Tow truck enclosure 2.0. Behind me, we've got a brand new international flatbed truck featuring a tow right flatbed from Miller Industries. This is our newest and latest version of this tow truck enclosure, featuring all sorts of different upgrades, including full stainless steel flashing and molding throughout the entirety of the build, black .040 aluminum paneling on the outside, and white .040 aluminum paneling on the inside of the enclosure. Hydraulics integrated entirely into the OEM hydraulics and the OEM controls of the Miller Industries hydraulic flatbeds, and has every single feature and all of the weather encapsulating capabilities that you would want from this tow truck enclosure. Let's start off as how life starts on this truck. So we've got a beautiful international setup on a beautiful cab setup, and then we've got this 21-foot Miller Industries breakaway bed. The breakaway bed is a bed that a lot of these guys using these different tow trucks for those exclusive, very unique, exotic cars that are low to the ground prefer due to its dynamic breakaway ability in the last section of the bed. This tow truck enclosure is exactly the missing puzzle piece to what the truck like this is going to require. You're going to have full weatherproofing with a very stout and robust 1.5-inch framing. That framing is then wrapped in .040 aluminum in your color of choice, the same .040 aluminum in the inside of your color of choice, and of course this beautiful .060, which is 1/16 stainless steel flashing throughout the inside and outside of the enclosure itself. You're going to have hinges bolted on for serviceability and welded on to the bed for maximum rigidity. And then the part that makes everything a little bit better is being able to have that option to put the controls in the exact location where all of your other controls exist. We get to retain the air winch disengage and engaging capabilities, no winch relocation, and no alterations to the bed other than actually growing the truck 2 more inches backward, which provides for an even more aggressive loading capability from the breakaway bed. You're going to have 2 hydraulic pistons that are rated about 8,000 pounds, which is 4 times the overkill required to lift this box. Weight rating is something else. This box is only adding about 1,800 pounds of weight to the unit itself. So do not be worried about not meeting DOT compliance with an overweight truck or with whatever load you're putting in here. E-track style mounting is definitely recommended for this style box, as you wouldn't want to strap these high-end vehicles to the other location. Having all of the details like the OEM LED strips now living in the inside corners of your stainless steel flashing, and all of the little details that are going to make this build and this box the statement piece to present whatever vehicle it is that you're showcasing, transporting, or just outright bragging about. As we work towards the back of the bed, you're going to feature and see the most special portion of this build, and it's a full stainless wall. This whole wall is wrapped in mirrored stainless. Guys, for the ones that don't know, mirrored stainless is stainless steel, just like the ones in the toolboxes, just like the ones in all of the other accessories. So whether you put acid degreaser or any other chemical of choice, this mirrored finish is going to be super robust and super resilient to any of the other things. This does not require the same maintenance schedule as a polished set of wheels or a polished set of rails, but gives that wow factor and that shiny factor that all of these trucks require. As you can see, you're going to see the Professional Auto Transport logo in the middle. We did this box for our special friends over at Professional Auto Transport.
What do you think about that, bro?
So shout out to you, Marley. Super excited to get this build and be able to have this around locally here in Miami so we can showcase all of the cool cars that are now going to be delivered in this badass unit, thanks to Professional Auto Transport. And let's come inside. So we've got a couple other things that make this enclosure different than the other ones you've seen. The inside of the tow truck has the same fit and finish as the outside, having the same paneling and the same stainless steel flashing throughout the build. You're going to see our pistons are now guarded with our safety boxes that are constructed out of 3/16 laser cut steel with the same pattern that you notice on all of our suspension work. Easy to grip, hook, and latches, no matter for which driver is operating this, and safety boxes in case of the abrupt chance of a rupture in the hydraulic system. You're going to have a full bolt-on setup. So this tow truck enclosure is removable from your bed. If you ever choose to then upgrade your truck, switch the truck, or your truck falls out of warranty, you can take this enclosure with you and keep your cash safe with this truck. Extra features are single safety windows always there with safety glass, not plexiglass. In the odd case that anything happens to the glass, this is DOT rated glass, and the glass will stay together and not damage the load that you guys have inside of the truck. Bolt-on hinges to be able to access, service, and easily remove the enclosure if need be. And inside LED lighting. This LED lighting is usually going to be glued to the inside lower rail. We'll replace that and relocate that to the top to allow beautiful brilliance and reflectivity thanks to both stainless and the white inside of this enclosure. Let's talk about the most noticeable difference in this enclosure. You're going to see right off rip the chamfered front edge. This is now an aerodynamic look, and it flows perfectly with the beacon that these trucks are going to come with, and obviously the beautiful spoiler on the end of the box. Now this box is going to flow and not give us that box truck look and give you that unique, high performance, high quality, and most expensive look that you can offer as a transport business with this tow truck enclosure. As we dive into this, you're going to see that element of quality and that element of absolute absurdness comes into effect with all of the stainless flashing throughout the build, the beautiful back paneling with even rivets all around it, and that added sauce that we did in that secret special detail in the back, having a full wall of mirrored stainless steel on this build. Another upgraded benefit is the top now features a solid single piece aluminum roof. There is no rivets, there is no holes, and there is zero seams in the top of this tow truck. Maximum weatherproofing has been the most important factor about these tow truck enclosures. That is the reason the customer is now paying that upgraded rate. Outside of the presentability that comes with this unit, that single piece aluminum roof is going to guarantee not only absolute weatherproofing, but even more reliability for the consumer of the enclosure with minimal to no maintenance whatsoever in the roof. What is the need for such a wild and beautiful enclosure in your transport business? That exclusivity and that special wow factor is always a must, but most importantly, the weatherproofing capabilities and the absolute encapsulation of whatever vehicle it is that you're transporting in this enclosure is going to be unparalleled to anything else in the market. You're going to see this beautiful tow truck, extremely presentable with black paneling on the side and beautiful mirrored stainless on the back edge representing the company. And you're going to be able to not only stop any event with this tow truck and whatever it is that's inside of it, but you're going to have a phenomenal marketing piece for your business and for the customer that you are representing when using this enclosure. How can I get one of these? You could definitely message us directly or contact us. You can also reach out to Blackburn Truck and Equipment. They help us with the sale and the setting up of a truck to this spec to make sure that you get the most bang for your buck when you get one of these enclosures, and they can help with financing this enclosure into the truck itself. As you can see, all of the upgrades, if you followed along from the previous enclosure to this enclosure, we're continuing to pursue and get the absolute level of perfection that we want from every product that we develop. So thank you guys for following along, and make sure to write below if you have any questions about this enclosure or any of the other products that we offer at papisgarage.com.